Double force! Why, Jack? Mamba! Grea on the middle. Pero napupubos na rin yung buhay dito. Contra Inferno slowly running out. Hate nagabol sa likuran. Galit na. Si Hate, Kagura mapapatumba. Pero si Chujin mapapunish pa. Kahit mahabol may Torre doon. And that's 3 down. On the side of Signal Ultra, si Bensanity kailangan na tumakbo. Pero double kill.
Imba
Yung
DJ.
Parsa, Imba DJ. Imba mentality. Laban kay Chuck Mamba. Pero sabi ni Hate, ito na talaga yung tatapos. Chuck 2, i-delay mo lang yan. Huwag mong pauwiin kasi tayo ni Mana. Walang nag-wave clear. Walang nag-clear sa base. Execution. Chuck 2 still alive. Chuck 2 still on the way. Director! Chuck! Mamba! Ah! My God! It is so... over!
The Magician!
Oh my God!
Suing on here on the English desk, and hey, fun fact, I just learned out where the Brun guy is.
What?
It's in Marikina.
Yeah, you haven't been there?
I have not been there.
It's
but
like a huge compound. They even have their own basketball court.
I know they have the basketball court, but I'll tell you what they have in this game here, Egon, and to our viewers again, the Gatot Mamba is back after what we saw yesterday and how well this performed. I'm wondering if TLPH took some notes. Also with their change, of course, this time bringing in Zyda. You know, taking a quick look at the emblems too. Of course, you got 2 war cries over there for them, and they want to play with this scaling lineup, and it is going to hurt early on, especially with a Ling here. Speaking of Zyda, Egon, I know you have some experience as well, you know, seeing him play in the MDL before, and you heard the stats during the panel segment. How do you think he's going to fare up against Andoryu here?
Andoryu, okay. Zyda, okay, technically he's a good player. Again, S2 of MDL Grand Finals MVP and regular season MVP. But Andoryu's been on a roll, especially with the Julian. We've seen it yesterday as they swept their last series, and of course, Gatot Kacha. But looking at the stats of Zyda last season, 8 games played, 100% winner. So basically, all the games he played, they've won.
Yeah. It's just like the only thing is like the panel mentioned, you know, Fredrin and Barretts aren't really in the meta anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you see like a Fredrin pop up once in a blue moon, but for the most part, it's not going to happen.
But still, though, in the MDL, though, he's been using Ling, Lancelot.
Like,
so
he can play the assassins.
Yeah, he can, for sure.
Obviously, he, like, I would say at this point, man, everybody that likes to play MLBB and jungles, they've got the assassins,
Here's the
you know,
Mamba.
practiced. Yeah. And you can play around with that. So with this, nothing starting up until this turtle does spawn. So for now, they're going to go ahead. Omega starts this up. TLPH will go ahead and wait for Zyda to go ahead and get that purple buff. But at least for now, you just kind of sit here and wait until this engage comes through. But there's no level 4s yet on the roamers as well.
Okay, the difference between the 2 roamers is although they're both chunky, you wouldn't want to damage. No, he's using the Revitalize, so he doesn't have the Vengeance. So, okay, as much as possible though, it's okay for Chaknu to get damage, but on the other hand, JP, if he soaks up the damage without having being able to set up the implosion, that's gonna be a huge problem. So for JP, he has to be more safe compared to Chaknu. Because Chaknu has the AOG, but look at this implosion play coming in from JP right away. First blood for Zyda as he casts the Tempest of Blades, but gets caught up there. Gonna get a kill. Andoryu brings him down as JP tries to run away, but here comes Chaknu. Here comes the Chimeric Force. Andoryu still on the double kill, finds the triple as well. What a start for the first game.
Oh man, earlier we said Andoryu's been doing phenomenal. Well, look at that, a triple to start. Talk about scaling. That's Sanford. I don't know if he's going to do anything.
Oh, flicker in from Ryota. Ryota army again making noise as Zyda tries to get the turtle and he steals it away. Gonna manage to escape here, but on the other hand, the 2 gold laners meeting in the middle. The clash will not continue here, but look at this. They find someone. It's going to be on to Chaknu. Is he still alive? No. Zyda's going to bring him down.
I stand corrected. Sanford bought enough time to let Zyda come in. Zyda somehow ends up getting the retribution off, takes the objective. So what ended up being a pretty bad situation for TLPH, they at least made it a little less bad.
Yeah.
It's still, you know, highly in favor of Omega in that last exchange, but that's the thing. At least they go ahead and get something, and now they can kind of take it from there because those early kills, that triple kill on Andoryu on a Julian of all things. Look at him. He's already got 2 items being built up here. First one, I'm not sure. Maybe the Feather of Heaven is what he goes. I don't know. Blood Wings. Blood Wings is what he goes with here. So locks in the Blood Wings this early on, under the 5-minute mark. And part of his job, honestly, is just to get you know, this interaction between him and Lilia there, you have tons of magic damage available because then you wait later for Big Jome to just show up on the Moskov that we see so many times in and out. And I know that you pointed this out too, you know, the Revitalize on Chaknu. He did this also last night. Ends up working out pretty good in the fact that if he gets the Avatar of the Guardian set up on... Oh, hold on. Sanford?
Okay, Ryota pops the Primal Wrath. Zaida waits for an opportunity to strike. But again, look at this. Sanford picks up a Thunderbelt, and I actually like to point out what you mentioned about Ukir and Andoryu. Because again, even if Omega doesn't necessarily have a hard lockdown, apart from the Earth Shatter and onward from Ryota, the slows from Andoryu, from Lilia, and even Chaknu once he taunts the TLPH, that might be enough for Omega to burst down the members of TLPH.
That's the scary thing with the Julian is like once you get those enhanced chains off, and, you know, it provides a lot of obviously time in the air, but also damage. So this turtle for the taking, or TLPH wants to answer this. There's the conceal.
There's a conceal. But is he going to go for the back line? Look at that. Another burst right away onto Sanji as Zaida gets the turtle. Tempest of Blades is there. AOG as well. Ooh. A lot of ultimates being casted. But the first man down as well as JP. Look at Sanford going in with a vengeance. Is he going to be able to escape one more hit? But Ryota says it's on me to bring him down. That's 3 for 1 exchange. But still, Zaida gets the turtle.
That's going to keep happening, man. I don't know. Zaida, very impressive with getting the turtle, getting those objectives, but Omega likes to fight. We saw this last night as well with the similar lineup, and even if, for example, let's say Jome's not there, they'll still duke it out, and it seems like Smart Omega has found something that's really like, that they could really play around. Whether that's Chaknu on this Gatakacha pick might be part of the puzzle here, but really it's just them playing as a team, having that synergy. And I know we like to say, you know, Omega timers, but throw those out of the window, at least for week 4, because time and time again, Omega has been starting strong.
Actually, if you noticed the graphics a while ago, the comparison, Omega has a fastest game compared to TLPH, and faster, longest game compared to TLPH. So in terms of the late game, I think TLPH is more familiar because they have more experience. But as Omega tries to burst down the turret here in the bottom lane, that's the first major objective for Omega.
All right, objectively, at least Omega gets 2 turrets now in their favor. You know, they gave up, they couldn't get the 2 turtles. Jome's going to go ahead and save that turret from going down, so it does keep the turret up. But now at this point, you know, for Omega, with a lead they have, a 1.5 thousand gold lead from this point, they want to go ahead and get this 3rd turtle once it comes up here. That set themselves up really well for once the Lord comes into play here. Golden Staff also being picked up here by Jome, and on the flip side, Zaida gets a little sustainability, picks up the Haas Claws, because he knows that part of that pressure coming in might just be the fact that he takes a couple hits, he's got to heal back up and then join the fight once JP or Sanford gets the sets they're looking for. So Smart Omega starts up this 3rd turtle. I don't think they want to give this one up. Looks like it's going to be clearly theirs.
Okay, so the trade for TLPH is instead go for the orange buff of Andoryu. In terms of levels, it's actually Zaida ahead by 1 compared to Andoryu. And right now, if you're TLPH, you wouldn't want to initiate a clash, especially if JP's not around. So Zaida has to do double work here. Make sure to get the pickoffs that they need, and at the same time, go for the split push. Because they're going to be dealing with the Moskov later on into the late game.
That's the thing, though. We always see this, you know, where basically at some point, the Roger, you need to get that timing, right? The timing on the items that you need to lock in. Hold on, Conceal going to be used.
Oh, Ryota misclicks on that Earth Shatter. And now they're going to get onto Chaknu. JP, who's going to fall down first? Look at the sustain from Chaknu as he gets the AOG,
Zaida.
but Zaida onto the chase. Templars of Blades is there. Chaknu is still safe. No casualties for both of these teams. And wow, just wow. Chaknu, although he used the Revitalize, that, oh, look at that! Benny Cutie chases right after Chaknu, wants to go for Andoryu.